Smoke 'em if you got 'em.
That wraps up another edition of the Morning Music Mix. Captain and Company in the morning takes off within 5. On oldschool101.com. Class is always in session around here.
All right, our next record, You Be a Disc Jockey.
Our house wasn't even in an evacuation zone.
If I would have made minor repairs to my roof, I would have prevented major damage.
I have elderly grandparents, and losing power would be detrimental to them.
Thank goodness we had all of our important papers safe and easy to get to.
It's important to make plans now if you know someone that will need help.
Will you be ready next time? We can't control when a hurricane hits, but we can prepare.
I'm Jeff Allen. Join me each week for unique yet common sense opinions on sports as Jeff Allen Sports Talk comes to oldschool101.com every Sunday afternoon from 3:30 to 4. We'll break down the sports world minus the hot takes with prominent guests and my stable of sports guys. It's sports conversation the way it should be. Jeff Allen Sports Talk, Sunday afternoons, 3:30 to 4 on oldschool101.com.
It's time to get in the game. Make your voice heard by exercising your right to vote this November.
The ballot is your chance to make a difference.
It's your opportunity to make a play.
So get off the sidelines. Visit jaguars.com/vote to get registered.
The choice is yours.
The time is now.
Register to vote by October 5th and get in the game.
Get in the game.
Get in the game.
Get in the game. Be an American.
Are you an independent musician? How would you like to have your songs played on hundreds of radio stations just like the one you're listening to right now? Join MusicSubmit.com and we'll promote your music to radio stations and blogs in your genre. It's free to set up your account, and we guarantee your music will be considered for airplay by radio stations worldwide. Why not sign up today? It's free. MusicSubmit.com. Radio promotion for indie musicians.
I'm coming, I'm here.
Hello, my lovelies. It's Mona Magic, bringing you the wonder of internet radio on the Old School Afternoon Tea Party on oldschool101.com. Looking forward to spending this time with you.
Mona Magic with the Afternoon Tea Party, starting Tuesday, September the 8th, right here on oldschool101.com. So, fellas, you got your hand sanitizer, you got your mask, and sit your ass down because class is now in session.
This is Adrian Darnell, and I'm your host of the Gospel Brunch right here on oldschool101.com every Sunday from 9 to noon.
Make some noise!
oldschool101.com. WFCH Digital Broadcast, Winter Park, Orlando, Florida. Part of the Aquarius 7 Broadcasting Network.
Text your friends.
Copyright 2020.
The one and only. You're rocking with the best.
Our primary objective is to keep the groove.
The digital radio revolution is here. Are you ready to join the cause? The Aquarius 7 Broadcasting Network on oldschool101.com is building a dedicated sales team for our digital media properties and collaborations to help local and online businesses as well as larger enterprises increase their reach on the online marketplace. Digital media is the future of marketing, and becoming a business partner with Aquarius 7 Broadcasting Network on oldschool101.com will increase your brand name exposure as well as traffic for way less money than print, AM, and TV combined. So what are you waiting for? Contact us now at 407-304-0488. That's 407-304-0488. Or click on the email link on our homepage. The Aquarius 7 Broadcasting Network on oldschool101.com. Entertaining the world, one person at a time.
About time. We're going to start the party without you.
Let's get the show started.
Captain Company
is now boarding.
At gate 2020. The thoughts and opinions expressed on Captain Company do not reflect those of the Aquarius 7 Broadcasting Network, my union, its affiliates, and or sponsors. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Captain Company Internet Airways flight number 2012 with nonstop hits for grown folk from Central Florida. My name is Tammy, and I will be your head flight attendant this morning, along with Reese, the producer. If there is anything I can do to make this show more enjoyable for you this morning, please don't hesitate to let me know by ringing or texting 407-796-8264. The captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign, so please sit back and relax and enjoy Captain and Company, now via your favorite online station.
Well, good morning from the flight deck. This is your captain speaking. Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
Our primary objective is to keep the groove.
Uh-oh. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Mike. What day is it, Mike? Listen, guess what today is?
How about a back-to-work Tuesday? I know that doesn't sound right, but hey, it is what it is. 2 after the hour, Captain Company in the morning. Let's do this!
DJs may come and DJs may go, but I'm the best. gotta do for all you rockin' fans. Let's go to work, let's go berserk. You hear a new rhyme every day, but my rap is good in my neighborhood, and I say it just this way. I say hi ho, I'm on the go, I'm rockin' to the beat in stereo, and if you wanna know just where to go, everybody just follow me. I said you listen to the band, it's called EC. That's the one that's moving you viciously, and if you listen closely, you surely find you're listening to the sounds of a mastermind. Hey,
Captain. There's no need to fear. Captain and Company in the morning
is here.
It's different this time.
You know this ain't no place for no kids.
And no, you can't have a lap dance.
He talks more than a phonograph record.
Do you want to have a party? Do you want to have a ball? Do you want to make a scene? Then scream!
Roses are red, violets are blue. I've got Spectrum out in front of the studio, so I'm scared. I mean to tell you, every time Spectrum comes around, that's the former Bright House, that's the former whatever the hell you want to call it, cable company here in Central Florida, I've never seen a bunch of people that can't keep cable on. Leave it alone. If it's not broke, don't fix it. But my next door neighbor who cries about everything seems to have them out in front of the studio. Now, they should be fixing their cable and not ours. So if it goes down, you know what's going to happen. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to bring my militia out there and put my foot in somebody's behind. But hopefully we won't have to stoop that low on a Back to Work Tuesday.
Tears, no fears, man. Oh, is that right? Respected, don't neglect it. All right, my brother. Treated, don't beat him. All right, baby.
Wheels up, flaps down. Let's fly.
Texas 1549, runway 4, clear for takeoff.
You can always return to Washington if you like. Tell me what you're working with.
I mean, they're always out there. It's like they dig up this, they dig up that, and can you just leave stuff well enough alone? Don't mess with mine, because ain't nothing wrong with mine. You know what I'm saying? Flight number 2006. Captain Company in the morning. Big shout out to BYU. They kicked Navy's behind last night. It was so bad that I started rooting for the Russians to come over and help me. Final score, BYU 55, Navy just 1, 2, 3. I love playing remixes of songs. Why should you play the same old one that you heard on radio for like 5 million years? You know they only rotate about 300 songs at radio stations. That's why you hear the same one every 3.5 hours. How did I know that? I've only been in broadcasting since I was 17, I think. I'm 56 now. Oh my God. I'm probably the oldest teenager you'll ever meet, besides Dick Clark. Anyhow, Captain and Company back to work Tuesday. Lots of things going on over the weekend or have happened over the weekend. There's 2 storms in the Atlantic. Neither one of them are coming towards the United States. But trust me, somebody will, there's hurricanes out in the Atlantic, and just to scare you and make you run and spend more money that you just don't have because we're waiting on Congress and or a president that is soon to be bounced right out of the office to give us our other stimulus money so we can prepare ourselves for yet another disaster. That's about as much as I care to talk about that character today. But I will remind you constantly between now and November the 3rd, you must go vote. I don't care who you vote for, you must go vote. I found out that only 60% of the population voted at the last election. Only 60%. That's ridiculous. And then you want to know why we're in the mess we're in right now. Don't be like Andre Portier. Hey, man, I'm going to vote 3 or 4 times because that's what he said. I can vote 3 or 4 times. And then you'll end up with a felonious record, and then you really won't be able to vote anytime soon. But just go vote. October the 5th is the cutoff for you to register. So if you haven't registered, register. And to me, the easiest way to do it, I know in Florida, it's called an absentee ballot. I don't have to deal with any crowds. I don't have to deal with any attitudes. I don't have to deal with COVID-19. I don't have to deal with bad breath. I don't have to deal with people who can't park or drive. From the comforts of my studio on the banks of Bear Gully, and BP voting from the shores of the St. Johns, and Kyle voting from the confines of the Kumo, and Slick Vic voting from the back of the police car. But you get the gist of it. Go vote or register to vote. Thank God they're playing football. I love it that how many people were in the stands last night at the Navy game because it was so bad. No wonder nobody went, but no, Maryland says y'all can't get together. But I did watch Marshall run all over Eastern Kentucky. That was like 50-something to nothing. And they had on their, Eastern Kentucky had on their shirts basically talking about Black Lives Matter. I like that. But if you're going to wear a shirt like that, would you please at least score a touchdown? If you're going to stand up for something, do something. Don't just stand up and, yeah, we're here, and, oh, I have no offense. That makes you offensive. Speaking of people who are offensive, no, Tanya's not offensive. My buddy Tanya Gingras. Went to high school with her in Spain. Rhoda Nation, class of 81. 82. See, I'm getting old now. I don't even remember what year I graduated. But I can tell you there was 54 people in my graduating class. 2 black people. Brothers. 2. Anyhow, Tanya up there making Bloody Marys, and she put it on Facebook. I've never seen a Bloody Mary with, are you ready for this? SpaghettiOs and shrimps in it. And she put bacon. Look, I'm surprised no single guy up there in D.C. and the DMV came over to your house to eat or drink. That looked good. SpaghettiOs, though. I mean, I don't know about that one. How many people would drink an alcoholic beverage that had SpaghettiOs in it? Raise your hand. I know, you see my hand up. Look, I drink anything. Pepto-Bismol. If it's a liquid, I've probably drank it. Nope, not gasoline. All right, don't try me. Johnny Brooklyn, I hear you, brother. From Kansas City. He checked in last week. 407-796-8264, the shout-out line. He said, Cap, y'all off the chain. Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. I want you to like, comment, and share the broadcast. Now, if you're watching on Facebook, you know we might get an hour, and then you go to Twitch TV/Captain Chris Hill, or you can go to Periscope, Periscope, or you can go to YouTube, and I think we're on LinkedIn. It says we're clicked into it, but I've got 3 computers tied up with all this other stuff, so life goes on. Johnny, you ready? I got you, brother. Are you ready? Then just hit the button right about now.
Shout out to Captain Chris, Dr. J, the whole crew. This is Johnny Brooklyn from Kansas City.
Let the feeling in, let it on down. What in God's name is that?
Captain and Company in the morning.
And I know of you, Captain. Rumor has it that you're a pirate. But thank you for your contributions so far. I may have been overly rude earlier when I called you a pirate.
That man had 3,600 views Sunday night. DJ Magic Mike on Facebook. People were checking out the bass that he was dropping all over the place. I'm laughing at Facebook speaking of the devil already acting up, now if Magic Mike is my friend who taught me how to mix, and I turn around and I'm playing his song, you're going to tell me that that's a copyright violation. Hold on just a minute. Hold on. Where's my I got to do this. Bullshit! Bullshit! Oh, excuse me. Oh, I had to get that out of my system. I've never, like COVID-19, Maybe it's a Republican ploy. Maybe they're making it up. Maybe the Democrats are making it. I don't know. But this is foolishness with them people, so you know where to switch to. Also, big shout out to Kathy MC. She's trying to rap up there in Virginia Beach. You go, girl. What a show. What a show already. Already off on the deep end, and I haven't even got started. You should see my list of things we got to talk about. News you can use coming up shortly. Don't forget, this afternoon after me, Mona Magic. Finally, her radio debut right here on oldschool101.com. She's got 12 to 6 on lock, so check her out. And she's also got Jessica Smiley tied into the show. This should be an interesting conversation, ladies. You want to know how two ladies talk about men? Well, noon to 6, right here on oldschool101.com. But before we get to news, big shout out to, let me scroll up on here. Where's the brother? The brother that I was just talking about. Where is his name? I got 100 things going on at once. Johnny in Kansas City, God bless you. Sent me a text. Thanks for making my day. He said this Boricua will give us some barbecue when we get to Kansas City. Uh-oh, BP. Kumo Kyle sounds like a road trip. Kansas City, here we come. Yeah, right. Now hit that button. See, I've still got barbecue juice on my fingers from firing up the grill yesterday on Labor Day. You know we do that down here in Florida because it's still kind of summertime-ish. We don't know what fall is in Florida. Well, I just had a funny thought. Let me save that one for a later break, okay? News you can use being brought to you by my buddy John Gill and his good friends at Premier Elevator, always lifting customer service to a whole nother level at 321-316-8558. That's 321-316-8558. News you can use on a back-to-work Tuesday?
Labor Day weekend can often mean traveling or gatherings, but during a pandemic, it could also mean a spike in COVID-19 cases.
There's always concern during holidays when people naturally, again, get together. There's always a risk for transmission. What we don't want to see is another increase in the number of cases.
Dr. John Hammer is an infectious disease specialist in Denver, Colorado. He says a surge could happen over the next 2 weeks because it happened before.
Well, what we saw around the state in Colorado, starting in late June, but certainly picking up in July after the 4th of July holiday, was a gradual increase in the number of cases.
Both new COVID-19 cases and deaths surged nationally in the weeks following the 4th of July. A Newsy analysis found new cases rose 36% in the 2 weeks after Independence Day. Deaths were up 30%.
It's hard to exactly say this was the result of Memorial Day or the 4th of July rather than the result of stay-at-home orders being lifted and the weather getting better.
Dr. Amy Shadalja with Johns Hopkins University tells Newsy it's not all holiday socializing, but large mask-free gatherings that are to blame. Just this week, a man who attended the Sturgis motorcycle rally died from COVID-19. He's among more than 260 confirmed cases linked to the event. Doctors say these gatherings this summer led COVID-19 infection patterns to shift, where younger people were infected more and then spread the illness to others more in danger of hospitalization or dying.
Multiple wildfires broke out in Southern California over the weekend, forcing evacuations in San Diego and San Bernardino counties. One of those fires was sparked by a smoke-generating pyrotechnic device used at a gender reveal party. No charges have been announced. CAL FIRE said it started at a park on Saturday and has since grown into a 7,000-acre fire. The fire burned almost 5 square miles of brush and trees in the foothills east of Los Angeles. CAL FIRE officials said nearly 15,000 firefighters are battling 23 major fires in the state. California has had 900 wildfires since August 15th. They burned more than 2,300 square miles, destroyed 3,300 structures, and killed 8 people.
Amazon is banning foreign seeds and plant products from being sold in the U.S. The company updated its policy on September 2nd after Americans received more than 8,000 packages of seeds they didn't order from Chinese retailers. The Department of Agriculture, Homeland Security, and other federal government bureaus are investigating the shipments. The USDA wants to protect U.S. agriculture from invasive pests and noxious weeds. It said so far there isn't any evidence indicating this is something other than a brushing scam, where people receive unsolicited items from a seller who then posts false customer reviews to boost sales.
Numbers from Labor Day weekend show some slight signs of improvement in the travel and tourism industries, even amid the coronavirus pandemic. The TSA reported its busiest day at airports since March, screening more than 968,000 passengers Friday. But only an estimated 14% of hotel rooms nationwide were booked for the holiday, down 65% from last year. AAA reports road trips are Americans' preferred way to travel, as gas prices hit their lowest since 2004. Officials in Florida are emphasizing safety as they try to attract visitors from areas within driving distance.
This weekend will show tourists what we have going on here in this county, that, we are following all the highest standards.
In California, some beaches are closed or have restrictions in an effort to curb spikes of COVID-19 cases, though business owners in areas that are open remain hopeful.
Usually Labor Weekend is a good weekend in general because it's the last weekend in summer, so a lot of people stop by and come in, so we're hoping this year would be also a strong one.
But still, health experts warn for Americans to remain vigilant and take safety precautions.
We use Labor Day as a way to take the day off, but unfortunately the virus doesn't.
The mayor of Rochester, New York, is promising police reforms as protests continue over the death of Daniel Prude.
Their message that we must do better and that we have to address how we police our city has been heard. These calls are not new, and the chief and I have worked diligently to do the necessary work.
Mayor Lovely Warren said the crisis intervention team would move from the police department to a different city department. It's one of a series of reforms she's planning. Last week, Warren suspended 7 officers involved in Prude's death after his family released police video from when officers restrained him in March. Officers covered his head with a spit hood and pressed on his face. Prude died days later in the hospital. The head of the Rochester Police Union said the officers were following their training. Protesters have argued Prude needed therapeutic intervention due to mental illness.
All right, that's news you could use this hour, being brought to you by Premier Elevator. Lifting customer service to a whole nother level. Wow. I think I need some more coffee. Tammy, I need some coffee. Anyhow, as you see, there are 3 storms in the Atlantic. Actually, 2 that are named. You got Renee off of Africa, Paulette, right in front of Renee, and then you've got one that's over here by Bermuda that they say might head towards Virginia Beach, of all places. Yes, we always love to send presents up there to our Navy friends in Virginia Beach. 41 after the hour. Captain Company in the morning.
I'll be a freakazoid. Come on and wind me up. I'll be a freakazoid. Come on and wind me up. all of your physical needs. You see, I'll be a freakazoid. Come on and wind me up. Ooh, dance, baby. I'll be a freakazoid. Come on and wind me up.
Coffee, Captain?
Get with the program. Delight. Get with the program. Delight. Get with the program. Delight. Every day now, I can feel you watching me from afar. And you've been leaving those love letters on my car every day. So now I wonder why you're so into me in such a way that you got to take your spare time to chase after me. What a shame. So you like what you see. You better put a hold on me. So you like what you see, girl. You better put a hold on me. The problem, baby, I'm not used to girls too shy to talk to me. young ladies on a mission to please their guy. Get with the program. So far, young lady, you fall short of getting me about a mile. Get with the program. Now it's time you get with the program and learn to be forcefully. Get with the program. So you like what you see. Get with the program. You better put a hold on me. So you like get with the program. What you see. Oh yeah. You better put a hold on me. So you like, baby, what you see, baby. You better put a hold on me. So you like, oh, what you see, oh, you better put a hold on. Go on, girl.
Atlantic Records' very own Samuel from back in the day, 51 after the hour, Captain Company on the Captain Company Radio Network. On this Back to Work Tuesday. I know that doesn't sound right. We're going to talk some NASCAR with Rowdy coming up at 11:20. We're supposed to have a guest come in from St. Petersburg. They must have got stuck on the bridge or something. What is wrong with my voice? All of a sudden, it's like it wants to... Hold on, let me... Thank you, Tammy, for that coffee. Oh, there you go. Woo. And it's not from my chicken that I made yesterday. I made Stella Artois chicken. Yes, let it soak in Stella Artois and then put it on the grill. Woo! All right, anyhow, time for horoscopes done my way. Aries, there's an adventurous side to you today that you should latch on to. Try not to get weighted down by little things in your life that don't really matter much. Look at the big picture and understand the importance of having great bread width of vision. Where do you get bread with? I've never heard of that word. Breadth? B-R-E-A-D-T-A. Why don't you just have great bandwidth of vision and I'd understand that. See, and if you're following along on TV, you're going, really? Yes. Now you can see what I see. Do you see what I see? Okay, Taurus. Unexpected people and events are likely to crop up today as you're longing for adventure. Feel free to hop aboard a train to an unknown destination. Is the train still running here in Central Florida? What do you call that, Sunrail? The train to nowhere that they spent almost $1 billion to run up and down next to I-4? Is that running? I have still not been on the damn thing. Go figure. So why don't you just, if it's running, take a trip on that. Geminis, on this back to work Tuesday, it's extremely important that you not be too possessive today, especially when it comes to other people. You have important relationships with people around you, and you'll find that in order to maintain them, it's best to let the people live their lives and do what they want to do. That's what should be happening here in the United States, but it's not, and that's why we're kind of the laughing stock of the rest of the world, because we've got a president that's well, I said I wasn't going to go there. What is that? I transgress. Hold on. That'll take care of that. Cancer. Matters regarding love and romance are in your favor today. You'll find that love comes to you when you least expect it, especially when you're going to a noodle restaurant down on OBT. Did you see the picture I posted? Did you see the picture I posted? Wow, I can't even talk either. Absolutely hilarious. Check it out. I'm not even going to repeat that. Leos, realize that you might have to leave some things alone, or better yet, leave them to chance today, because you're probably not going to be able to control everything that you'd like to under the circumstances, although it might be comfortable for you to fit things into their perfect spots. Well, it's not going to work because it's a Tuesday after a Monday, and you had 3 days off, and people come back to the office with attitudes, and you get the gist of it, right? Virgos, things should go quite well for you today, especially in the love and romance department. Yes, you've been lacking like some other people I know, so it's time for you to cash in. You'll find that there is a magical, adventuresome spirit when you connect with others. Take advantage of this courageous energy and put it to good use whenever you see fit, especially today. Libras, express your independence today, even though it is not Mexican Independence Day. That is coming up. When is that? Next week, I think it is. No Cinco de Mayo, which means absolutely nothing. There is a Mexican Independence Day. Look that one up. Libra, to prove to others that you won't be pushed around anymore. Do things for yourself and have fun while you're doing it. Your heart will know which direction to go to or proceed. What, you've been having problems? What, you've been having relationship problems? Really? I can't believe it. Who in the world would want to have relationship problems during a damn pandemic and lack of sports and people out of work? Who would have that? No, that can't happen. Scorpio, things relating to love and romance are in your favor today, although you might find that issues of this nature might be unpredictable. Lovers could be present at one moment and missing the next. Ooh, I like that. They're here today, gone tomorrow. They call that a booty call. Ring the bell for that one. Sagittarius, it might feel like there's a hole in your heart today, but there's a hole someplace else, and I'm not even going to go there. That's another bell ringer. Okay, you can have a hard time filling it. Oh, okay. Remember that you're the one responsible for making sure this void is taken care of. If you insist that someone else fills the gap, well, you're setting yourself up for a disappointment. But then again, Sagittarius, if you hung out with Libra, they would help you fill the gap. And I'm not going to ring the bell for that one. You can figure that out yourself. Capricorn, issues regarding love and romance are at a climactic point right now. I didn't make that up. It's right there. See? Climactic point right now. You could rather be combative. Why would you be combative right about now? You should be happier than a one-legged man in a behind-kicking contest. I smell Pisces. And there could be people trying to convince you that you're going about doing something absolutely wrong. Look, tell them people to mind their own damn business, and you do you, and they'll do them, and everything will be fine. And last but not least, the most perfect people on the planet at 57 after the hour, God's people, got to be Aquarius. Don't expect a great deal of sensitivity from others when it comes to issues concerning love and beauty today. Don't I look pretty? Do I look pretty? Yes, you look pretty. Pour me some more alcohol. But people are apt to be in their own little worlds. It might be hard for you to relate to them now, probably because you're pissy drunk. So, trying to sway others to the point of view could be possible if you put that bottle down. But that ain't gonna happen. 57 after the hour. Captain Company, the Hollywood Minute, coming up shortly.
everyone enjoyed their Labor Day weekend. It's Slick Vic with your back-to-work, tantalizing Tuesday edition of the Uncle Polly Hollywood Minute. Tom Bergeron is throwing not-so-subtle shade at the Dancing with the Stars revealed their lineup for season 29. He posted on social media about Tyra Banks, who is the new host, with a picture of her showing lips looking like glass mirror balls. Bergeron said, "This just in, National Association of Lip Safety cautions against applying multiple small mirrors on mouth. One bad chew and it's 7 years bad luck." Well, somebody must have done that multiple times with the way we've been living in the year 2020. The latest tweet mocking the mirror ball trophy is just the latest example of the former Dancing with the Stars host hurling shade and mockery at the beloved ABC competition. He and Aaron Andrews were surprisingly released from the competition during the summertime and is put in place by Tyra Banks. Dancing with the Stars will make its season 29 debut on Monday, September 14th at 8 p.m. Paris Hilton recently opened up about experiencing childhood trauma while attending a behavioral modification school in her late teens and said it's had a detrimental impact on her life and relationships. During an interview that aired on CBS Sunday Morning, the original celebutante, who is the subject of the upcoming YouTube documentary This Is Paris, said the infamous 2003 sex tape scandal wouldn't have happened had she not been left feeling quote-unquote lost after experiencing physical and emotional abuse at a residential school in the late 90s. When I got out of that school, I was so lost, and then I ended up meeting the person who did that, referring to ex Rick Solomon, who released the infamous film One Night in Paris. In the interview, she said that her Barbie airhead persona, which she has herself promoted for years as all a facade, is really a defense mechanism to hide the childhood trauma. It just further proves, ladies and gentlemen, that even celebrities go through trauma and have to do things to mask their pain. Although sometimes you can't tell with Paris Hilton, but that's neither here nor there. And that's going to do it for this edition of the Uncle Polly Hollywood Minute. Hope everyone enjoys their back-to-work tantalizing Tuesday. Slick Vic signing off. Captain of the Company in the Morning returns to Lesson 5 on oldschool101.com.
Hello, my lovelies. It's Mona Magic bringing you the wonder of internet radio on the Old School Afternoon Tea Party on oldschool101.com. Looking forward to spending this time with you.
Mona Magic with the Afternoon Tea Party starting Tuesday, September the 8th, right here on oldschool101.com. So, fellas, you got your hand sanitizer, you got your mask, and sit your ass down because class is now in session.
It's time to get in the game. Make your voice heard by exercising your right to vote this November.
The ballot is your chance to make a difference.
It's your opportunity to make a play.
So get off the sidelines. Visit jaguars.com/vote to get registered.
The choice is yours. The time is now.
Register to vote by October 5th and get in the game.
Get in the game.
Get in the game.
Get in the game. Be an American.
I'm Jeff Allen. Join me each week for unique yet common sense opinions on sports as Jeff Allen Sports Talk comes to oldschool101.com every Sunday afternoon from 3:30 to 4. We'll break down the sports world minus the hot takes with prominent guests and my stable of sports guys. It's sports conversation the way it should be. Jeff Allen Sports Talk, Sunday afternoons, 3:30 to 4 on oldschool101.com.
The digital radio revolution is here. Are you ready to join the cause? The Aquarius 7 Broadcasting Network on oldschool101.com is building a dedicated sales team for our digital media properties and collaborations to help local and online businesses as well as larger enterprises increase their reach on the online marketplace. Digital media is the future of marketing, and becoming a business partner with Aquarius 7 Broadcasting Network on oldschool101.com will increase your brand name exposure as well as traffic for way less money than print, AM, and TV combined. So what are you waiting for? Contact us now at 407-304-0488. That's 407-304-0488. Or click on the email link on our homepage. The Aquarius 7 Broadcasting Network on oldschool101.com. Entertaining the world, one person at a time.
oldschool101.com. WFCH Digital Broadcast, Winter Park, Orlando, Florida.
part of the Aquarius 7 Broadcasting Network.
Text your friends.
Copyright 2020.
The one and only. You rocking with the best.
Our primary objective is to keep the groove.
This is an update from the Aquarius 7 Broadcasting News Desk on the COVID-19 virus.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is Doug E. Fresh coming at you with a message. You gotta hear. Everybody, keep your face mask on. Don't take it off, cause Corona's strong. And wash your hands for 20 seconds long. 6 feet, keep 6 feet, keep 6 feet. Social distance is on. On.
Hey there, lonely boy. If I found love on a two-way street, I would nail it to the wall. Because Captain and Company in the morning is so dynamite. From 9 to 12 noon, weekdays. They make you jump to the beat.
Thank you, Reverend Stacy. You didn't know she was a reverend. Uh-oh. Let's get these monochromatic proceedings in order. Hour number 2 of Captain Company. Stacy Lanisaw. She's got a church outside of D.C. I can't remember exactly where, but I know it's on the Maryland side of the DMV. 12 after the hour, Catman Company flight number 2006. I know some of you who are watching on your web-enabled devices are freaking out how we can move the camera all over the place. Yes. While we were off for 3 days, I figured out, well, I can get another USB connection to this, but according to what some folks are telling me, it needs to be this $15 cable. And I'm like, common sense would tell me if you bought something brand new, 6 feet long, it should work, so why should I spend $15 when at Walmart I can get it for $4.97? And that's why all my staff members love me to death. They're like, dude, you're the only person I know that can figure stuff out and just get it done cheaply. Hey, I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. Maybe a foot in my behind, but not a silver spoon in my mouth, you know what I mean? So now you get to see what I'm looking at. See, you got the two monitors. I could watch CNN on one and CBSN on the other, or I could watch my local news stations here in Central Florida to keep you abreast. Then this machine right here tells me what I'm doing on the broadcast, on the stream, and then right here, that's the weather, or it's the news, and a couple of articles I want to talk about a little later on in the program. Then I know somebody saying, well, where is this damn Zoom camera you're talking about? Didn't you go get a computer for Zoom? Yes, I did. And something said, why does it need to be way up there when it can be, watch this, just snatch that damn thing right here. Oh, while I'm bringing this over, like that, turn to the right. See, I also can see what's going on over there. But watch this. Watch this. Drop it down like that. Oh my God. How did he do that? How did he put a monitor under glass? See? How did he do that? But you want to be a DJ. You want to do your own thing. You think you know how to do everything. You think you can be me. You can't be me, so stop it. Stop it. And the next person that comes in the studio and says, Chris, you need to do this. You know what I'm going to tell him? Before I smack him in the mouth, I'm going to play this loud and proud.
We're going to let the band deal with this. In my 80s style. Old school. Okay. Shut up. Okay. What's up? Shut up. Okay. What's up? Okay. Shut up. Okay. What's up? Shut up. Okay. What's up? Right around in my brand new 99 photo Volvo. I got a pocket full of bees, some weed and ain't got no place to go though. But all my boys, they know though. That's for sure though.
Are those bigger boy jeans you're wearing?
Hell nah, ho, you know they polo. I've been used again, accused again. This time been wrong for job something done by one of my youth friends. Soon as they seen the Benz, hate the season was in. Hell, cause they feeling me, but I understand and they reason being. But I'm the man for this. While y'all was doing fine, I was doing time, just praying for this. Locked up, make a plan for this. Without all that fancy shit, way too advanced for this. Got polo socks, tank tops, and drawers up under my pants. Shut up, okay, what's up? 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 Shut up.
Okay, been real, been rich, been had this ish. Big biz, big house ish. That's right, okay, I've been down with Trick. Okay, that makes sense to me, cause if your money ain't right, you speaking French to me. Miss Trick, don't play with me, or you can say Miss Biz, it's okay with me. Nitty Grand, you speak to me. Okay, are you sure you wanna see with me? Okay, you better be for sure, cause I done left bitches like you stuck before. Okay, you can ball with me, since you got a hot and I spend it all with me. Okay,
with it. You can keep high in your hole, what you do that for? Me and Money, my big done hit it, big done split it. Okay, playboy, fuck you say, boy, don't need much, bring your whole round seat. Y'all better quit fuck with me, shut up. Okay, what's up? Shut up, okay, what's up? Shut up, okay, what's up? Shut up, okay, what's up? Shut up.
Hey, boy, what's up? Wake up with a slug in your head or your gut. What's up with the keys to the truck? Your old lady say you got bees in the cut. What's up with the safe with the combo? Open that shit, nigga, all the conversation. What's up with your Haitian? Probably got birds at the safe house waiting. What's up? Where you store the D? I ain't down fish for the quarter key. If you better not be playing me, you gon' bleed down. You understand me? What's up? You ready to go? You want a tongue kiss with a blue fofo? What's up? Say something, nigga, go cry. Ready to spray something. Gunplay, how I got the stripes. 2-4K, turn out the lights. Gunplay, how I got the stripes. 2-4K, turn out the lights.
Okay, what's up? Shut up. 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 Okay, what's up?
Captain, did you forget? It's time for the daily comedy bit. I'm looking out for you, buddy.
White folks different. White folks have, tell you something else, white folks have wonderful weekends. They do. White folks right now somewhere having wonderful weekends. Well, when last time you had a wonderful weekend? Oh, we had just a couple days off. We had no wonderful weekend ever. White folks do stuff on the weekend we ain't never dreamed of doing. It's a white folk somewhere that took their weekend off and then went hang gliding. Then tied a kite on their ignorant back and just stepped off a mountain. Push. Just out there, Jesus, this is great. That ain't great to us. We'll be pissing on everybody at the park. You hang us on a kite, you better just get a dive on me. I'm pissing. Because you know we some scary people. We don't even go on roller coasters after we 18. I ain't going on no roller coaster. You must be crazy to have my money fall out of my pocket. It's a white person somewhere yesterday just water skiing. Out there on the lake in Chicago. I just saw it on the news. Water skiing. White folk crazy. The hell is you water skiing? February, Chicago. It's cold as hell. But you know what? Because they got an insulated suit on. Because they got money for bullshit like that. Spend your money on an insulated rubber suit. White folks are amazing. They fall in the water, boat come back around, pick them up. Black people on Lakeshore Drive can't even believe it. I know this hunky ain't out here water skiing. Baby, let a hunky out there water skiing. Pull over, baby, pull over, let me see that. Black people be all over the car with minks on it. I mean, show it. Well, look at that hunky. I hope he fall. I sure hope that hunky fall in that cold and water. Well, if that hunky fall in that water, I'm gonna fall apart. I'm gonna dive in and what a hunky can ski though.
Stick up, Jack. Love you like a play cousin. I
feel like bumping to some old school. I feel like dancing all night with you. I feel like bumping to some old school. I feel like dancing all night with you. Time set it off. You can bump all night. Wanna get my freak on. DJ, keep the party high. Do the what, don't you stop. Or just move from left to right. We could basket and rock. Play that old school I like. Okay, here we go. Get back, let's get it funky. R&B junkie, you know it, babe. Groove me on the floor like that. Music is bumping. Get up on it, babe. Ooh, oh, 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 oh. Now can you keep
I'm cabbage patching. Front, back, side to side, waistline. So electric. Without a break, yeah. Now I can't keep it up. Until the kick is out the club, boy. Looking like you're having fun. You know how we do it, old school love. Just move from left to right, like a basket and look, play that old school I like. I feel like bumping to some old school. I feel like bumping to some old school. I feel like bumping to some old school. I feel like this. It's time to set it off. Set it off. We can bump the night. Get my freak on. DJ, keep the party high. Don't you stop. Don't just move it left to right. Like a basket and rock. Play that old school I like. Yeah.
Can we slow it down? I just want to dance with my baby.
Yes, you want to dance with your baby. That's why I'm right here. That's my next ex-wife, Janet Jackson. You didn't know that? 25 after the hour, Catman Company on the Catman Company Radio Network. Back to work Tuesday. Steve Harvey. I can't believe it. He kind of won me over on that comedy bit there. I still think he's the illegitimate child of Richard Pryor. I'll take that one to the grave. But he's right. Why is it that folks of a lighter hue, it's wonderful. They always have a wonderful weekend. I had a wonderful weekend right here in the studio doing stuff. I mean, I've got more new drops and things that I found that have been sitting around since 2011 in the computer that I now know where they're at. Oh my God. And I also had a wonderful breakfast. Yes, it was wonderful. So wonderful, even the CEO enjoyed breakfast this weekend. We had grits and eggs. Now, how many people out there have had grits and eggs before? Not when you're at 33rd Street locked up because you have to sober up before you get out because you got a DUI, but that's what they serve every morning. Trust me, I know. I have people that are on the inside that lets me know things like that. Ain't that right, C.H. Dudley? Chow in the hole! Chow in the hole! Damn, grits and eggs again? Can I at least get some sausages in jail? Are you kidding me? The only sausage you're going to get... Well, I'm going to stop right there, but... You get the gist of it. Even that one... Oh my goodness! You know, hey! I'm getting look. That coffee's setting in right about now. News you can use. Coming up next from my buddy John Gill. 82 degrees on the outside in Central Florida. 87, good chance of an afternoon shower. Little Susie, take it away, girlfriend. you about the Guest DJ Project, 407-796-8264. Write that down. Put that in your phone, and I'll tell you about it shortly. The Guest DJ Project, 407-796-8264. You're going to love this one.
Labor Day weekend can often mean traveling or gatherings. But during a pandemic, it could also mean a spike in COVID-19 cases.
There's always concern during holidays when people naturally, again, get together. There's always a risk for transmission. What we don't want to see is another increase in the number of cases.
Dr. John Hammer is an infectious disease specialist in Denver, Colorado. He says a surge could happen over the next 2 weeks because it happened before.
Well, what we saw around the state in Colorado, in really starting in late June, but certainly picking up in July after the 4th of July holiday, was a gradual increase in the number of cases.
Both new COVID-19 cases and deaths surged nationally in the weeks following the 4th of July. A Newsy analysis found new cases rose 36% in the 2 weeks after Independence Day. Deaths were up 30%.
It's hard to exactly say this was the result of Memorial Day or the 4th of July rather than the result of stay-at-home orders being lifted and the weather getting better.
Dr. Amish Adalja with Johns Hopkins University tells Newsy it's not all holiday socializing, but large mask-free gatherings that are to blame. Just this week, a man who attended the Sturgis motorcycle rally died from COVID-19. He's among more than 260 confirmed cases linked to the event. Doctors say these gatherings this summer led COVID-19 infection patterns to shift, where younger people were infected more and then spread the illness to others more in danger of hospitalization or dying.
Multiple wildfires broke out in Southern California over the weekend, forcing evacuations in San Diego and San Bernardino counties. One of those fires was sparked by a smoke-generating pyrotechnic device used at a gender reveal party. No charges have been announced. CAL FIRE said it started at a park on Saturday and has since grown into a 7,000-acre fire. The fire burned almost 5 square miles of brush and trees in the foothills east of Los Angeles. CAL FIRE officials said nearly 15,000 firefighters are battling 23 major fires in the state. California has had 900 wildfires since August 15th. They burned more than 2,300 square miles, destroyed 3,300 structures, and killed 8 people.
Amazon is banning foreign seeds and plant products from being sold in the U.S. The company updated its policy on September 2nd after Americans received more than 8,000 packages of seeds they didn't order from Chinese retailers. The Department of Agriculture, Homeland Security, and other federal government bureaus are investigating the shipments. The USDA wants to protect U.S. agriculture from invasive pests and noxious weeds. It said so far there isn't any evidence indicating this is something other than a brushing scam, where people receive unsolicited items from a seller who then posts false customer reviews to boost sales.
Numbers from Labor Day weekend show some slight signs of improvement in the travel and tourism industries, even amid the coronavirus pandemic. The TSA reported its busiest day at airports since March, screening more than 968,000 passengers Friday. But only an estimated 14% of hotel rooms nationwide were booked for the holiday, down 65% from last year. AAA reports road trips are Americans' preferred way to travel, as gas prices hit their lowest since 2004. Officials in Florida are emphasizing safety as they try to attract visitors from areas within driving distance.
This weekend will show tourists what we have going on here in this county, that, we are following all the highest standards.
In California, some beaches are closed or have restrictions in an effort to curb spikes of COVID-19 cases, though business owners in areas that are open remain hopeful.
Usually Labor Weekend is a good weekend in general because it's the last weekend in summer, so a lot of people stop by and come in, so we're hoping this year would be also a strong one.
But still, health experts warn for Americans to remain vigilant and take safety precautions.
We use Labor Day as a way to take the day off, but unfortunately the virus doesn't.
The mayor of Rochester, New York, is promising police reforms as protests continue over the death of Daniel Prude.
Their message that we must do better and that we have to address how we police our city has been heard. These calls are not new, and the chief and I have worked diligently to do the necessary work.
Mayor Lovely Warren said the crisis intervention team would move from the police department to a different city department. It's one of a series of reforms she's planning. Last week, Warren suspended 7 officers involved in Prude's death after his family released police video from when officers restrained him in March. Officers covered his head with a spit hood and pressed on his face. Prude died days later in the hospital. The head of the Rochester Police Union said the officers were following their training. Protesters have argued Prude needed therapeutic intervention due to mental illness.
News you can use being brought to you by Premier Elevator and John Gill, always lifting customer service to a whole nother level at 321-316-8558. That's 321-316-8558. On a back-to-work Tuesday, there's actually 3 systems in the Atlantic. 2 have formed and their name Storms, and a third one, well, trying to get its act together. Renee is located, let's see, she's the furthest one away. Can I get Renee up, please? Thank you very much. 16.5 north, 25.7 west, moving westbound at 13 miles an hour. 40-mile-an-hour winds off the coast of Africa. Paulette, halfway between Africa and the Leeward Islands. 18.1 north, 42.8 west. Moving northwest at a whopping 6 miles an hour with 50-mile-an-hour winds. And then there's a third one that's trying to get formed between Bermuda and the Bahamas. And this one looks like it's heading towards the Outer Banks and our good friends in Virginia Beach. Yes, I'm sending you a present. Yes, a personalized present just for you. 37 after the hour on Captain Company. Got some music on your mind? The Guest DJ Project. I'll tell you about that in 3 minutes. Trust me.
Don't make me over. Now that you know how I adore you. Don't make me over. Now that I do anything for you. Don't make me over. Now that you know
Okay, you're wanting to know about this guest DJ project. Real simple. If you want to be on the air, all you have to do is call us at 407-796-8264. Leave a voicemail message, for example, something along the lines of, where is he at? Like this.
Mark from the Park, from London, Ontario, Canada, and I always start my morning out with oldschool101.com. Y'all have a good day.
Or you could say something, like, hey, this is DJ so-and-so and so-and-so, and I got a big shout-out to da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And between 6 p.m. and 12 midnight Eastern, we put them all together and put them in rotation. So you could be a guest DJ. I don't care where you are. You could be in Beirut. You could be in Bombay. You could be in Palm Bay. You could even be in jail and still be a guest DJ at 407-796-8264. Can you hear him now? Hey, man, I'm in the jailhouse, and they got me on lockdown. Captain, can I get some grits and eggs tomorrow?
Captain Rock, he rocks. Come on, y'all. Rock, 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 rock. Captain Rock, he rocks. Come on, rock, 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 rock. With Captain Rock, he rocks. You know I'm zooming, I'm spacing out, I'm freaking. Now come on, everybody stomp out and get it on, girl. Ow, show me what you do. I said, come on, y'all. Ha, I'm rapping it just for you. It's Captain. Calling Captain Rock. I said, I'm here now. What you do is just watch me. Turn it out, it's the Captain. At 50,000 feet, I said, I'm Captain Rock. I got a strong perfect beat. Now check it out now. I got my dipshit bitch right outside, jumping now, and I'll take you for a ride. Let's jet out, we'll cruise at hyper speed. I got the beat to move your feet, and that's all we need. Check it out, y'all. Dig it. Carolina rocks, St. Louis never stops. Florida freak, Boston does it to the beat. Philly is slick, and Atlanta turns the tricks. Detroit's the joint, and New York is on point. Dig it. You know it. Come on. I'm back to take me, shake me, anything you want. I'm a nuclear star child. I can rap it down for you in a single file, and my beat will drop you wild. I come from a bar, shooting star, and I'm here to take you home. So don't ask why, and don't act shy, 'cause I'm not leaving here alone. It's true, I come from outer space, shut on down with the cosmic crew. But here I am, and I'm ready to jam. Captain Rock is here for you. I got a laser beam scheme planned just for you. Follow the directions of something you got to do. I'll touch you down, I'll make you scream, I'll make you feel like you're on a cosmic dream. It's not too late to get down, my friend. This beat can go forever, it'll never end. You're on a cosmic ride with the man from space. You heard my rap, now you got my bass. Why don't you rock? Why don't we rock?
mission to hunt you, to seek you out, to rock you on down to your beat, to your beat. I shall
On this Back to Work Tuesday, not a whole lot of birthdays, but these are folks I know. So let's do Facebook side first. Karen Davis celebrating a birthday. Katie Britt, Uderka Martinez, Walla Williams, Steve Ross. Then my buddy Nelson Roccadella. Now that's a name for you, Nelson Roccadella. Also, my girl, Brooke Brumlow over there with the Orlando Magic. Brooke, hang in there, girl. And I can't believe it. Cha, it's your birthday. It's Stick Chick. It's Pam Pritchett. Oh, my goodness. This girl has been working at the Hard Rock for, let's see, I've been DJing 39 years. She's been at the Hard Rock probably 30 of those 39 years. Old Pam Pritchett. I know your mother would be proud. Old spoon bread. All right, now, on the famous side, not too many of them, but born on this day was Richard the Lionheart. Two funny comedians, Sid Caesar and Peter Sellers. Then if you're looking up on the, or if you've got the screen in front of you, that would be Maurice Cheeks, Mo Cheeks, celebrating a birthday. Alicia Beth Moore, a.k.a. Pink, it's her birthday. Bernie Sanders, yes, his birthday today. And Pittsburgh Steeler great L.C. Greenwood celebrating his birthday. And that, my friends, is birthdays for this Back to Work Tuesday. Now, if you got a birthday and you're not a friend of Captain and Company's, how in the hell are we supposed to announce your birthday? So friend us, like us, and I'll take care of you next year, I promise.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Birthdays are like chocolate chip cookies. If you think about how many you've had, it makes you kind of sick.
While the rest of the country is going into fall, we're still in the summer. See, we only have summer and winter in Florida. You didn't know that? That's why 950 people a day move to Florida. Are you effing kidding me?
Get you
this next hour, we're going to talk racing with Rowdy Maglite. Maybe my in-studio guest will show up from St. Petersburg. Carl Carlton, and I will never eat peanut butter before I go to bed. No more. No more. You heard what happened last time. Wait till I tell you what happened this time.
From the shores of the St. John's, this is BP with sports on Captain and Company in the morning. On your tantalizing Tuesday, we're back in business, and Dustin Johnson is a big winner, winning the Tour Championship and the FedEx Cup, 21 under par for the rounds over the weekend, and getting a purse of $15 million. Justin Thomas and Xander Schauffele both tied at 18 under par, and they take a $4.5 million purse from the Tour Championship. Probably not a bad weekend to have been a pro golfer. NCAA football, we're back, kids, and it's so nice to be talking about schedules. Let's tell you what happened over the weekend. Marshall over Eastern Kentucky, 59-0. Army put it on Middle Tennessee, 42-0. SMU beating Texas State, 31-24. North Texas over Houston Baptist, 57-31. Memphis in a good one against Arkansas State, 37-24. Tigers get the win. UTEP beats Stephen F. Austin, 24-14. And your Monday Night Football college version, BYU absolutely crushing Navy, 55-3. We learned on that broadcast that Navy had not done any live tackling until this first game, and boy, it showed. As Tyler Algier from BYU, 14 carries, 132 yards, and a pair of touchdowns running all over the Navy defense. More to come in college football as the big boys start playing this Saturday. We'll tell you what you're up against a little bit later on in the week. Also, the NFL will be back on Thursday as the Houston Texans take on the Kansas City Chiefs. NBA basketball playoffs resuming. Boston takes a 3-2 series lead in the Eastern semifinals, beating Toronto 111-89. Toronto facing elimination. Clippers over the Nuggets. Clippers take a 2-1 lead in that series, winning 113-107. Tonight, your playoff schedule is that big Game 5 between the Miami Heat and the Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee just scampered away from elimination, and they extend the series. And the Lakers and the Rockets are tied at 1 apiece, and that game tips off 9 o'clock tonight on TNT. WNBA action. The Phoenix Sun over the Mercury, 85-70. That was a makeup game from August 26th. Major League Baseball, Cubs still maintain their lead in the NL Central, beating the St. Louis Cardinals 5-1. Kyle Hendricks goes 8 innings and goes strong. He finishes 5-4 so far in the season with a 3.41 ERA. Marlins over the Braves 5-4. Phillies over the Mets 9-8. Twins over the Tigers 6-2. Mariners beating the Texas Rangers 8-4. Nationals putting on the Rays 6-1. Scherzer gets the win for the Natties. Morton down in the loss. He's pitching around about a 5 ERA, too. Indians over the Kansas City Royals, 5-2. Blue Jays and the Yankees in an offensive shootout, 12-7. Giants over the Diamondbacks, 4-2. A's over the Houston Astros, 6-0. And the Padres in the lowest scoring game of the week. Padres over the Rockies, 1-0. Hockey playoffs. The Lightning in the Eastern Finals take the first game of the New York Islanders, winning 8-2 in an absolute shootout. That brings us to the NASCAR Cup playoffs. First race of the series. Kevin Harvick winning it in the 4-car. Austin Dillon, Joey Logano, Eric Jones, and William Byron round out your top 5. The Bushes, Kyle in 7th, Kurt in 8th. And it's time now to play everybody's favorite NASCAR guessing game, Where's Bubba? It's like Where's Waldo, except he's pretty easy to find because you can't see him in the top 5 normally. So, with that being said, out of the 39 people that were in the grid here in this race finishing, where was Bubba Wallace? Captain Chris Hill, your guess is?
38th!
I'm pretty sure that it's wrong either way you look at it. Bubba Wallace finishing 38th in this race. From on your tantalizing Tuesday, we'll see you tomorrow. Captain and Company returns right after this.
I got it right. Now, if he could put the music bed behind the voice, I'd be perfect.
I'm Jeff Allen. Join me each week for unique yet common sense opinions on sports as Jeff Allen Sports Talk comes to oldschool101.com every Sunday afternoon from 3:30 to 4. We'll break down the sports world minus the hot takes with prominent guests and my stable of sports guys. It's sports conversation the way it should be. Jeff Allen Sports Talk, Sunday afternoons, 3:30 to 4 on oldschool101.com.
If you've had the coronavirus, you've got a lot of fight in you.
And you're in a special position to help us fight back.
The plasma in your blood can literally save lives.
But we need to act fast.
Please donate plasma now. Please donate.
Donate. Donate.
Donate now.
You fought for your life. Now, let's take the fight to COVID-19. Go to thefightisinuS.org to find out how to donate.
This brother's so funky! You gotta use a bottle of bleach to clean him up. Skip the Funktologist, noon to 2 p.m. Sundays, right here on oldschool101.com. Class is always in session around here.
Okay, this is Kayla, and my dad and I wanted to remind you that you don't have to sit by your computer all day long just to listen to this station. All you have to do is download the TuneIn app, save it onto your smartphone, then type in the name of the station you're listening to, and that's it. How cool is that? Anytime, any place, and anywhere. The TuneIn app from this station in the Aquarius 7 Broadcasting Network.
Hello, my lovelies. It's Mona Magic, bringing you the wonder of internet radio on the Old School Afternoon Tea Party on oldschool101.com. Looking forward to spending this time with you.
Mona Magic with the Afternoon Tea Party, starting Tuesday, September the 8th, right here on oldschool101.com. So, fellas, you got your hand sanitizer, you got your mask, then sit your ass down because class is now in session. Make some noise!
oldschool101.com. WFCH Digital Broadcast, Winter Park, Orlando, Florida. Part of the Aquarius 7 Broadcasting Network.
Text your friends.
Copyright 2020.
The one and only. You're rocking with the best.
Our primary objective is to keep the groove.
It's time to get in the game. Make your voice heard by exercising your right to vote this November.
The ballot is your chance to make a difference.
It's your opportunity to make a play.
So get off the sidelines. Visit jaguars.com/vote to get registered.
The choice is yours.
The time is now.
Register to vote by October 5th and get in the game.
Get in the game.
Get in the game.
Get in the game. Be an American.
Good thing social distancing doesn't apply to sausages. Because this pork party just hit capacity.
Captain and Company in the morning. America's home for classic hip-hop, dance, and R&B.
Hour number 3 of Captain and Company.
She's got a figure that's shown of great attention. She's poetry in motion, a beautiful sight to see. I get so excited viewing her anatomy. She's real, oh, she's got all the curves a man like. She's real, oh, she's got all the curves a man like. Look at her, she's a bad mamma jamma, just as fine as she can be. Hey, she's a bad mamma jamma, oh, just as fine as she can be. Looks like she's born into the gold she wears, the essence of beauty, ooh, such lovely hair. She's foxy classy, oh, sexy sassy. She's heavenly, a treat for the eye to see. She's real. Oh, she's stacked. Got all the curves a man like. Oh, she's real. Oh, she's stacked. Got all the curves a man like. Ooh, wee. She's a bad man, Magella. Ooh, she's bad. She's as fine as she can be. Hey, she's a bad man, Magella. Just as fine as she can be. She's good, she's stacked, all the girls a man like. How about investments are perfect in every dimension? She's got a figure that's shown a bit attention. She's poetry in motion, beautiful sight to see. I get so excited, viewing her anatomy. She's real, she's stacked, she's stacked. Got all the curves a man like. She's real, she's stacked, she's stacked. Got all the curves a man like. Look at her, she's a bad man. Just as fine as she can. She's a bad.
All the way from Detroit, Michigan. Carl Carlton, Bad Mama Jamma from back in the day, 8 after the hour. Capman Company on the Capman Company Radio Network, flight number 2006. You like that? See? 2006. Wow, okay. Got to get to 2,500 now. That's the next number. That should be hopefully around Halloween next year. Hopefully. Let's see, we talked about the guest DJ project. We're going to talk to Rowdy Maglite in a short minute, or a few minutes. I'll save the peanut butter dream for later, after Rowdy. Did you hear what happened with Alex Smith in Washington? With the Washington football team. He made the team. Now, that's the guy that got his leg broke, just like Joe Theismann did years ago. And he's back on the team. It looks like he'll probably be, I would like to see him at least second-string quarterback. Since Mr. Haskins is the starter. But then again, I have this crazy, like eating peanut butter before I go to bed, crazy dreams. Not wishing something bad to happen, but here's a guy whose leg was just snapped like, hold on. That's, oh, you can't see because these are toothpicks. His leg was snapped like this. Like, I mean, just that bad. So, now, what are the chances of him guiding the Washington football team after something might happen to Mr. Haskins? I'm not saying it would, but, and then all of a sudden, the Skins whoop the Cowboys' ass, and Donald Trump gets thrown out of office, and Tom Brady sucks in Tampa, and the Redskins, well, that the team with no name now, ends up playing the Kansas City Chiefs for all the marbles. Then what would everybody say? I mean, or, since we're really throwing things out there, how about Washington playing Baltimore? The GW Parkway Super Bowl. I can see that now. And everybody coming to Florida because the Super Bowl this year is Hey, Hey, Tampa Bay. And you know we will be over there doing something. Trust me on that one. That's probably why Adrian's coming over to see what we're doing, because he works with the Tampa Bay Black Heritage Festival, and that's the week before the Super Bowl, if I'm not mistaken. Our good friends over there in Tampa. Speaking of good friends in football, 11 after the hour, How many people watched College Game Day over the weekend and heard or saw what Herb Street did? That touched my heart because what he said is what I went through playing football as a young black kid overseas with a bunch of young white folks. And we all still got along, even to this day. Even though I want to choke Dimitri Delgado on some of his posts, but that's all right. Do you really believe he's like that? Nah.
I think that I agree with all of what you guys are saying. It's remarkable to see players have an opportunity to come together, and that this show and Maria's given them that platform to be able to express how they feel. And I think it's great. I also think that if you're a white player in these locker rooms, I think it's incumbent upon you to really help with the change. I saw Dylan Bowles there from Stanford involved. And I think, Trevor Lawrence at Clemson has been involved. I think it's one thing to have rallies. It's one thing to skip a practice because of social injustice. It's one thing for the NBA and the NFL to miss games, to make a statement. Those things are great. But my question is, what's next? What does that lead to? You go back to practice the next day. What will lead to change? And I really think, I was talking to David Shaw, the head coach at Stanford, who really, he and I had a great talk. I love listening to his wisdom and his thoughts. And he shared a quote to me and reminded me from Benjamin Franklin. He said, justice will not be served until those who are unaffected are as outraged as those who are. And I think that's what I mean when I think the black community is hurting. If you've listened, and the word empathy and compassion over these last 4 months, how do you listen to these stories and not feel pain and not want to help? You know what I mean? It's like wearing a hoodie and putting your hands at 10 and 2. Oh God, I better look out because I'm wearing Nike gear. Like what? What are we talking about? And so you can't relate to that if you're white, but you can listen and you can try to help because this is not okay. It's just not.
It's not.
And we got to do better, man. We got to like lock arm in arm and be together in a football locker room. That stuff is gone. Those barriers are gone. And we got to do better.
That was on national TV. The man broke down. And if you don't feel a little hurt right now, empathy, that didn't bother you, you're just a freaking idiot. That's all I can say. Racist, bigot, freaking idiot. Why are you listening to my radio show? Please change the channel. And if you want to do something, the first thing is to go vote. If you don't like us telling stories like that of how we've been disrespected for over 400 years, I want you to go vote. Because who's in office right now is making us all look very bad. Extremely bad. As a nation, as a race, as a organization of people, we look stupid right now. Bozo the Clown could do better. Hell, I could do better than this. I am thinking about running for politics one day, but not right now. So that you get where I'm saying. Do you feel this pain right now? Now, there's an article, I'm going to try to segue to this real quick, that I posted on Facebook, and it's called The Real Story of Black Martha's Vineyard. Now, Martha's Vineyard is up there outside of Boston, down around Cape Cod area, and I did not know that black people had homes in the 20s and 30s there to go to the beach and hang out. And they're still there. The homes are still there. And look at the article on my personal page. If you know my government name, then go look at it. But there was 2 quotes in this article that I need to say out loud. And let me see if I can bring them down. Some of these homes in Oaks Bluff, Massachusetts, look like gingerbread houses. Spike Lee has a house there, for example. Stanley Nelson, filmmaker, who did the movie A Place of Our Own, was there. This is one of them. There's a sense of this place is where black people belong, a place where black people have a foothold. He said people don't look at you like, what are you doing there? Because these black people have a place. And that's kind of what is going on here in America. Just because a black person has a house doesn't mean that he stole the damn house, or he was selling drugs to sell the house, or doing something wrong to sell the frickin' house, or to have the frickin' house. That's what's wrong with America. And the reason why I always seem to harp on it is because of my own upbringing and what I had to go through. First of all, black kid playing quarterback? No. 1979, 1980, 81, 82. Are you kidding me? No, you're supposed to step up in the pocket. Excuse me, did Patrick Mahomes step up in the pocket and win a Super Bowl? No, he ran. Did Doug Williams step up in the pocket and win a Super Bowl? No, he ran around the place. But the establishment wants you to do what they want you to do. And I did not. And I eventually got kicked off the football team for standing up for what's right. And now I'm in broadcasting. And look at me now. Look at all the things I've done. But I'm still complaining about the same thing that Herb Street, or Mr. Herb Street, just cried about. When is enough? I mean, I've been stopped in Altamont Springs, Florida, for having a white girl in my car. And even when the policeman found out, oh, that's Captain Chris Hill, that's on the radio station, the rock radio station in this town. Well, you guys better hurry up and get home before you get pulled over by somebody else. Are you kidding me? But I'm supposed to sit here and be quiet after all these years. That's the problem. That's the biggest problem of all of this. We're all supposed to be quiet and pray that somehow that all of this foolishness with police and foolishness amongst ourselves just goes away, gets swept away. Well, guess what? The only way it's going to get swept away is if we have a dialogue to discuss it. And back to that article, I'm going to find the other big issue that I have. And I'm glad that somebody wrote this article and brought it up, is until us black people learn how to get along with one another, how in the hell can you expect somebody else to get along with us? And I know there's going to be some people screaming, that went to so-and-so college or so-and-so university saying that I'm being, I'm stepping out of line. Well, then why don't we just do away with black colleges? Keep the college there, but don't call it a black college. Just call it a damn college. And anybody can go to that damn college. Let's stop this uppity bullcrap once and for all. But no, that makes too much damn sense. And I must be the town idiot. the underground remix. You're not going to hear that anywhere else. You know, we're not like everybody else, so I'm going to call Rowdy, talk about Bubba Wallace and racing in a moment. But hold on. I found the quote that I was looking for out of that story. And hold on. Can I get this? I know you're seeing the picture of Mona Magic. She comes up in about 30-some minutes right here on oldschool101.com. Her radio debut, trust me. And she went to a HBCU. Now listen to this, and I quote, "It's not a safe place for a lot..." Hold it. Back up. Quote, "It is not a safe place for a lot of the black community," the person said. "The community is angling itself towards ostracizing people from different classes, and there's no greater weapon than internalized class division." Hello? I'm talking to you. Just because you went to FAMU doesn't mean you're better than somebody that went to Bethune-Cookman, or vice versa. I hear it all the damn time. And let me tell you something. I hear it all the damn time. But until we just say I went to college, I went to a black college, and move forward, we ain't gonna get diddly squat done, period, end of story. And I don't give a damn if you don't like me. I ain't sleeping with you. You ain't paying me. I'm just telling the truth. Until we learn how to clean ourselves up, how the hell we gonna get everything else cleaned up? One day. All right, let me change gears. Let me catch my woosah. Let me bring my blood pressure back down, and I want to talk about racing. Where's my buddy Rowdy? Up there in Alabama. Yes, now see? Rowdy probably laughing his ass off. How you gonna go from a tirade to me? Well,
good morning.
Good morning, buddy. How's it going up there in Alabama?
Man, just getting in from a wonderful Labor Day up on beautiful Gunnersville Lake. It was absolutely wonderful.
Uh-oh, see, Rowdy's been listening to the show. That's why he said it's a wonderful weekend. All right. So how many fish did you catch, brother?
Well, I took two people with me, and I was pretty much the bait guy plus release guy. So I actually didn't catch but two catfish, and they caught a lot of big brim. I took a young girl that had never been fishing in her life, and man, you thought she was on a roller coaster, was screaming in excitement.
Wow. See, I like that. Now, how young was the young girl, though?
She was 7 years old and had never fished before.
Wow!
She knocked
8
of them.
She caught 8?
That's right.
Wow, we're going to ring the bell. See, I was thinking something else, but that, good. I'm glad, yes, I didn't need to go there. All right. Rowdy doing big things up there in Alabama with the youngsters. Okay,
well,
Rowdy.
You know, we're ready to get back to racing and get our fannies back in the seats and in the infield, guys. That's what we're waiting on. Hey, you know, they raced at Darlington with a big throwback this weekend, and I'm going to tell you what, that number 4, Kevin Harvick, and that freaking number 4 is fast.
What did he? Don't tell me he lapped Bubba.
Yeah, I would say he probably lapped Bubba.
Man, I don't get it. You know, BP had to throw me under the bus. He goes, guess what? Guess where Bubba finished? And I'm saying, out of 39 cars, you're setting me up. So I said 38, and I got it right. He finished 38. How in the hell can he? Dude, please, Richard Petty, let me drive. Let me drive one time. That's all. Just one time. I bet you I could get better than 38th.
Well, hey, you know, sometimes the racing gods, if they're not with you, everything has to be exactly right. And then you got to put in consideration, you've got at least 38 cars around you, and some of them are struggling to, hopefully, he didn't get in the way to cause anybody to lose their chance into the race. That's the biggest part, is now you're trying to let the guys that are chasing for the championship race clean, but still make it a show for everybody. So Kevin Harvick took that that win. And then we had Brandon Jones won the Xfinity Series. And then Sunday morning, they had the Sunday morning, they had a double header at Darlington. They did the trucks first, then did the Cup. And the winner in the trucks was Ben Rhodes. I think this is the second time for Ben to win the NASCAR Gander Outdoor RV Truck Series. And then the Arca Menard Series went to a racetrack, guys, that we didn't think we were going to be racing. They wasn't on the schedule. It was I-44, Lebanon, Missouri. A great little small short track. And Sam Mayer, in his fourth win in the Arca Menard Series, won that race and actually is creeped ahead on points in the series. So, guys, we're headed to Richmond, and kind of what I wanted to do this morning was kind of explain the way that the playoffs. You have you have 4 rounds. You have the round of 16 that we're working on now, and the round of 16 we just started at Darlington. The next race is going to be Richmond, guys. I've been there. Richmond's a fast track, and it's going to be hot on the driver, so you got to be in shape. Then the next race is Bristol, guys. You know you still got to be on the wheel. So at the end of Bristol, you'll have the race of 12. Harvick's already got his spot by winning the race this weekend. So at the finish of that race, you've got Vegas is going to be in that. Talladega's going to be in that, and Charlotte. Hopefully, I'll be at Talladega and Charlotte for those 2 races. At the end of that, guys, then you go to the round of 8. That track's going to be Kansas, Texas, and I'm hoping I'll be at Texas. I put in for it if they let me. And that's the next race will be Phoenix, and that's the championship. So each round, you get drivers picked out of those 3 tracks that'll go to the 12th round, and then out of that 12th round, the winners, they go to the round of 8. And that's at the final championship race at Phoenix for the first time. There'll be 8 cars racing for the championship, and I've seen 2 championship races, and they've all been live. They've all been cream of the crop. Because the cream rises at the top at the end of the race. The best cars show up.
You're right about that, buddy. You're absolutely right. Now, whatever happened to our girl Natalie Decker?
Natalie's kind of not... Natalie got in and was driving in the ARCA series and kind of hung around with the Venturinis for 1 year, and then she moved with another group and then tried a little truck race. And she still is doing some truck racing for Nice Motorsports, but she's more concentrating on the Trans Am series for some reason. Natalie's just trying to find a place that she can fit. I'm going to tell y'all guys, NASCAR is searching for a female driver to put in that top echelon, and if anybody's got a chance right now, it's Haley Deegan. But I had a kid on my show and I hate to call her a kid, but she's just 16 years old. She's from Hueytown, Alabama. When I went in to read the stats on her, she is the number 1 driver, female driver in the United States that they think has the best chance to be the next. I'm going to say the next female driver in Cup.
I know where you were going, brother. I know exactly where you were going with that one.
Well, I don't give no driver no grief, but let me tell you something, guys. We are the backbone. We've got to watch the races on TV. We've got to fill the seats in the stadiums. Without us, you're nobody. Give us respect, and we're going to buy you merchandise. I wanted green merchandise for my granddaughter because I so want my granddaughters to have somebody to look up in racing. But for that one that was driving the GoDaddy car, she just did not get. I mean, there towards the end she did, but the sponsors had done said, "Hey, look, without the fans, you're nothing."
That is true. Without listeners, you're nothing too. I get it. 35 after the hour. Rowdy, I gotta fly since we're talking about sponsors and listeners and that sort of thing.
Hey, enjoyed it as always, my friend. Thanks a lot, and I'm looking forward to next Monday.
Okay, brother. Hopefully, yes, next Monday. Not Tuesday, but Monday.
Hey everyone, it's Natalie Decker, NASCAR driver with Nice Motorsports, and you're listening to Captain and Company in the Morning on oldschool101.com.
Honey, let's go.